Have you ever wondered why certain individuals seem to possess an invisible force field, an absolutely unshakable aura of tranquility? This isn't mere chance or good luck. This light, this untamable energy, is the byproduct of a rigorous fight that was won. It's living proof that you have the ability to transform yourself into a magnet for the universe's most benevolent powers. Thanks to the groundbreaking revelations delivered to us by Allan Kardec, the founder of Spiritism, we now understand that the spiritual realm is much closer than you might have ever imagined, and it's simply awaiting your initial action. You hold the complete authority to initiate a personal communication line, a direct summons for kindly entities to watch over every move you make. However, to achieve this, you must grasp what the spiritual guides demand of you. They are not influenced by intricate ceremonies or esoteric incantations. They are drawn to something far more straightforward and infinitely stronger: your behavior day to day. Your actions, your words, and your thoughts all contribute to forging a magnetic field that can either beckon angelic beings or plunge your existence into utter disorder. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's start. The moment for you to seize absolute command of your life and your vibrational energy is upon us. Here on the Evolving Consciousness channel, we're going to unveil the most paradigm-shifting insights that can safeguard your life permanently. Get ready to transform into a beacon of illumination, a focal point for the guidance and sanctuary of the higher dimension. If you are prepared for this massive change, if you are ready to champion your inner light, assert it in the comments section immediately. This is our collective flow, our network of minds that steadfastly refuses to dwell in the shadows. Every view, every statement you share is not a passive action. It's a surge of power that will echo across every dimension. The 8 practices we are about to expose are not just self-improvement advice. They are master keys to an unconquerable life, an existence that is completely sheltered and enlightened. Allan Kardec, whose mediumship redefined history, established that even the most minor behaviors can ignite the most profound spiritual transformations. Do you possess the required grit to uncover which easy steps can redefine your vibrational reality? From this second forward, there's no turning back. The foundational step to becoming a genuine magnet for luminous spirits is recognizing that your dwelling is not merely a place where you crash for the night. 1. Consecrate your sacred space. Your home is, in essence, a sacred sanctuary. Should you fail to treat it as such, it will inevitably turn into a vacuum for the negative energies you wish to avoid. When you wake up and neglect to set aside a few precious minutes to bless it, you are actively throwing open the doors to all the spiritual grime circulating in the world. Kardec's revelations taught us that your abode operates like a living entity, a receptive canvas that absorbs every feeling, spoken word, and thought projected onto it. Envision every wall, every piece of furniture as a cell reacting to your emotions. If you move through your space with fervent appreciation and utter words of blessing, you are quite literally calibrating the area to resonate with the frequency of the highest powers. Spiritual counselors don't just admire this, they are powerfully drawn to homes that engage in consistent dedication. They instantly acknowledge that the inhabitant grasps the ongoing energetic conflict and consciously chooses to relentlessly battle for their personal radiance. You must establish a hallowed routine, a commitment that can never be compromised. Upon waking, traverse your home with a clear and unwavering purpose. Don't merely walk, actually perceive each room with the full intensity of your spirit. Go into the living room, the kitchen, the bedrooms, the bathroom, and mentally visualize a golden radiance sweeping through and cleansing every recess. Allow this light to permeate every fixture, every item, every square inch, and don't stop there. While a daily blessing is vital, an even more thorough monthly dedication is what will completely revitalize the energy field. Think of it as tuning a musical instrument so it never falls out of pitch. When you implement this practice, something astonishing occurs. Your residence transforms into a beacon, a landmark for divine shielding. Enlightened spirits will begin to visit your space, constructing an inherent defense that unsettling frequencies are simply unable to penetrate. This first practice is more than just a starting point. It's the bedrock for all the rest. Your house ceases to be a typical abode and evolves into a powerhouse, a sacred territory where the divine expresses itself through your acts of respect and affection. There is a specific code, a precise formula, that the higher planes recognize as an immediate and urgent plea for your safety. 2. Use the threefold affirmation of light. It's not just any plea, it's a powerful invocation, the threefold repetition of a sacred declaration. When you step into every area of your home and assert 3 times with the conviction of your voice, "My home is blessed, protected, and visited by the light," you are activating an ancient spiritual mechanism. The number 3 is deliberately chosen. It symbolizes the divine trinity, the complete actualization of an intention within the cosmos. Allan Kardec revealed to us that language is not just empty noise. Words carry vibrational frequencies that can either construct or demolish. When you speak these affirmations with consuming belief, you generate sound waves that pierce the dimensional curtain, reaching the spiritual ears that are prepared to reply. Every part of this affirmation serves a vital function against darkness. Blessed summons the divine presence. Protected erects an impenetrable barrier against detrimental energies, and visited by the light invites enlightened guides to reside in your area. The triple repetition is what boosts this to an unimaginable potency. It's like striking a cosmic bell that reverberates across all dimensions, notifying spiritual guardians of your urgent need for instantaneous defense. You must perform this exercise with the utmost certainty and deep respect. Walk into each chamber, stand in the middle, and with a measured breath release the affirmation with the entire power of your soul. Feel every syllable resonate in your chest, like a light explosion on the verge of detonation. Luminous entities view this behavior as an indication of your spiritual maturity, that you have finally grasped the gravity of soliciting protection. Once you institute this custom, your residence becomes a territory consecrated by light. Troubling spirits instantly perceive this shield and retreat fearfully, while celestial guides feel welcome to inhabit this safeguarded place. This 3-part declaration is not just a formality, it is a master key that unlocks channels for direct dialogue, transforming your dwelling into an impregnable temple of divine security. 3. Establish sacred language rules. It's critical to comprehend that every utterance that leaves your lips is a seed being sown in your home, and the speech you permit to circulate in your space directly dictates the kind of energy that will flourish there. If you don't enforce clear guidelines for communication, your house will degrade into a vibrational quagmire. Allan Kardec illuminated the truth that our language possesses the ability to immediately affect the nature of the spiritual company we keep. Words hold a creative force that can mold the energetic landscape around you. Consider your home a scientific lab. Every word is a component. Crass phrases, profanity, and hostile talk are sheer toxin for the environment, breeding a detrimental setting that repels heavenly counselors and draws in associates you absolutely do not desire near you. Beings of light feel deeply disturbed in locations where the dialogue is debasing. They perceive these vibrations as a discordant clamor that disrupts the balance they require to appear. The time for you to draft a sacred household constitution is now. Your home must operate under principles that respect the potency of speech. Make it explicit to everyone that certain expressions are unwelcome in this consecrated domain. This is not about restriction, it is about deliberate elevation. Instantly swap out low-frequency terms with alternatives that convey your emotions in a polite and honorable manner. When you sustain this verbal control, something remarkable unfolds. Your residence cultivates a frequency so balanced that it synchronizes with the higher planes. Spirits of light will start to regard your house as a sophisticated setting where they can comfortably reside. This refinement of speech doesn't just benefit you, it uplifts your entire family. Children mature treating their words like divine seeds. Remember, every single word you permit in your home is a testament to the kind of energy you intend to nurture in your personal haven. There is no room left for sloppiness. You require a battle plan to shield your home. And the 4th step is the intentional removal of terms that act as magnets for heavy, low-density energies. 4. Ban magnet words for low energy. Particular phrases carry such low vibrations that they can tear the energetic fabric of your space. By eliminating them from your speech, you are shutting unwanted vibrational gateways. The messages channeled by Allan Kardec demonstrated that words such as misfortune or wretchedness are not just pessimistic, they are explicit invitations to lower forces. When you utter these words, Even unintentionally, you are transmitting a vibrational signal that echoes throughout all dimensions. Disruptive spirits perceive these frequencies as an encouragement to draw near and feast on the heavy energy you are generating. Spirits of light, conversely, are strongly pulled toward environments where these trigger words have been forbidden. They understand that the resident there recognizes the magnetic power of language and deliberately selects words that elevate rather than diminish. You must develop a heightened awareness of every single phrase that escapes your mouth. If you sense these heavy words are about to be spoken, instantly choose expressions that uphold the integrity of your dwelling. Simply eradicate them. There's no requirement to find a replacement, merely make the firm commitment to never say them again. This linguistic shift will spark an energetic revolution in your home. Every negative term you prohibit is like hauling away a massive boulder that obstructs the path of light. Your house will increasingly become more radiant, a lighthouse attracting benevolent visitors. Instruct your household on this tenet. Clarify that certain words are passwords that open dimensional gateways and that your family has collectively chosen to open only those leading to safety and illumination. When you sustain this high verbal standard, spirits of light begin to perceive your residence as an oasis of sanctity where they can reside without any vibrational unease. 5. Curate a high-frequency playlist. You must be selective about what enters your ears, because the auditory input you allow into your home acts as either an invitation or a deterrent for spiritual forces. When you select music that resonates with affection, spiritual insight, and equilibrium, you're constructing a magnetic environment that effortlessly beckons celestial guests. Allan Kardec disclosed that the higher realms maintain their own symphony, a constant resonating tune of high-level vibrations. Highly developed spirits are drawn to settings where the music of our world echoes this celestial accord. Picture your home as a gigantic tuning fork that vibrates in response to the frequencies you permit to play. Songs that celebrate compassion, tunes that stir the soul, and lyrics that lift the spirit generate harmonic waves that breach dimensional obstacles. Spiritual guides perceive these sounds as a summons to approach. They recognize in uplifting music a universal tongue that goes beyond speech, a direct exchange between souls seeking the same divine core. You must absolutely prohibit music in your house that glorifies despair, defiance, or hopelessness. These categories of music function as heavy clouds that stifle the spiritual light of your space. Lyrics that encourage sorrow and defeat establish magnetic fields that drive away radiant entities. Curate a sacred playlist for your home. Select tracks that speak of thankfulness, optimism, unconditional love, and inner advancement. Let these melodies permeate every chamber, providing an auditory cleanse that purifies and uplifts. When you institute this musical equilibrium, something wondrous occurs. Your house develops a vibrational rate that synchronizes directly with the higher realms. Enlightened spirits will start to view your dwelling as a location where they can comfortably manifest. This mindful music selection doesn't only attract spiritual defense, it transforms the family's energy, creating an atmosphere where everyone feels inherently more uplifted and attuned to their higher selves. The air in your home is not exclusively for breathing. 6. Maintain impeccable aromatic purity. It is a sensory battleground, and when you ensure your house gives off uplifting scents and is flawlessly clean, you are building a field that draws in celestial presences in a spectacular manner. Allan Kardec's spiritual insights revealed that the higher realms naturally maintain an aromatic atmosphere. Advanced spirits inhabit planes where delicate, cleansing aromas perpetually saturate the air. When these guides approach our physical dimension, they are attracted to surroundings that mirror this fragrant purity. A tidy and pleasantly scented home serves as a sensory connector that simplifies spiritual defense and communication. Imagine that every pleasing scent in your home is an olfactory invitation to beings of light. Organic fragrances, consecrated incense, and faultless cleanliness generate an environment that vibrates with the higher frequencies, making your residence an inviting sanctuary for kindly visitors. Spirits of light possess a refined sensitivity to smells. They immediately sense if an area is energetically pure through its odors. Houses with foul smells or stagnant energy instantly drive away these luminous entities. You must establish an aromatic cleansing habit. Keep all rooms spotlessly neat, Utilize natural fragrances that elevate the soul, such as essential oils or holy incense. Ensure that every room exudes a feeling of crisp freshness. Steer clear of synthetic perfumes that overwhelm spiritual receptivity. When you maintain this practice, your house develops a signature that spirits of light recognize as a sanctuary. 7. Cultivate nature with live flowers. Did you know that nature is a gateway? The 7th practice that wins the esteem of spirits of light is having fresh, living flowers in your residence. When you foster a miniature heavenly garden inside your dwelling, you are creating organic gateways that aid the manifestation and continuous presence of spiritual guides. Allan Kardec received profound insights regarding the link between flowers and the upper realms. In the spiritual spheres, spectacular gardens bloom perpetually, radiating hues and fragrances that nourish the souls of evolved spirits. When you bring this beauty into your material world, you establish a direct harmony with those dimensions. Every blossom you position in your home acts as a bright signal to the higher planes. Spirits of light are powerfully drawn to spaces where the divine natural world is demonstrated through these faultless creations. White lilies emit purity and link to angelic frequencies. Sunflowers channel solar power and spiritual life force. Kalanchoe draws in happiness. Each floral variety possesses a unique vibration that aligns with different facets of spirituality. Multicolored flowers generate a comprehensive energetic range in your home. Reds awaken courage, yellows foster knowledge, pinks cultivate love, and whites cleanse the atmosphere. Celestial counselors view the presence of flowers as evidence that the resident honors the splendor of creation. They interpret this act as a token of spiritual grace. Cultivate an inner sacred garden. Place fresh blooms in various rooms. Tend to them with care, because every flower is a living organism that contributes to the vibrational upliftment of your sanctuary. By keeping live flowers at home, you are providing heavenly hospitality, offering a setting that mirrors the beauty and balance of the higher dimensions. 8. Practice conscious magnetic summoning. And finally, the 8th practice that inspires deep respect in spirits of light is the use of conscious magnetic summoning. When you articulate particular phrases that open your home's doors to the core of light, you are triggering a direct request that echoes throughout all heavenly dimensions. A consecrated formula exists, unveiled through the teachings of Allan Kardec. My house is open for the essence of light to enter. My house is open for blessed spirits to come here and tend to it. This plea is the ultimate key that unlocks dimensional gateways. When you proclaim it with flawless intent and an all-consuming belief, you are dispatching an official invitation to the supreme spiritual hierarchies. Celestial guides recognize this summons as a deliberate request for direction and safeguarding and answer the call instantly. Enhance this habit with the holy protection of spiritual warriors. Call upon the luminous blade of St. Barbara to shield your home against energetic turmoil. Invoke the fiery sword of St. George to sever all harmful influences that dare to try and breach your sanctuary. This dual defense, opening yourself to the light while fortifying against the dark, creates an ideal energy field in your dwelling. Spirits of light feel welcome and secure, while disruptive entities encounter impassable boundaries. Engage in this summoning routinely, ideally during periods of solitude and focus. Stand in the core of your house. Mentally extend your arms in a gesture of reception and articulate the phrases with respect and thankfulness. When you cement this practice as a holy custom, your house becomes a spotlight on the spiritual map of your area. Heavenly guides will begin to visit your home, forming a perpetual circuit of safeguarding and counsel. These 8 rituals are not mere recommendations. They are a clear course of action to overhaul the energetic atmosphere of your home, forging an authentic temple where divine light can dwell forever. It is not exclusively about attracting benevolent spirits, but about increasing your personal vibrational frequency through simple, deliberate actions. The transformation commences today. Don't wait for the flawless opportunity. Start right now. Get up and consecrate your house this very minute. Feel the instant change this uncomplicated action generates in your surroundings. If this content resonated with you, if it struck a chord in your soul, distribute it to the people you cherish. Every share multiplies our flow of light, cultivating a global web of enlightened homes. If you are committing to adopt these practices, type "My home is sacred" in the comments. Your affirmation strengthens our spiritual fellowship and motivates others to follow this path. Subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell to keep receiving insights that can completely alter your personal journey. We have much more illumination to offer you. May your dwelling evolve into a beacon of hope, radiating tranquility, safety, and boundless love to all who approach it. You have arrived at the conclusion of one journey. What began as mere interest has now morphed into a strategic plan for your soul. You have seen that spiritual defense is not a gift given to an exclusive few, but a discipline achieved by all who dare to strive for it. The teachings of Allan Kardec, which once seemed chronologically distant, now appear as a manual for modern-day spiritual warfare, a lucid guide that directs you away from pitfalls and toward the light. These 8 methods we have uncovered are not just pieces of advice. They are master keys that release a power you already possess, but may have overlooked. The capacity to shape your environment, to change your home into an untouchable sanctuary, and to command the attention of the universe's most sublime forces. Darkness feeds on inactivity and disorder. It anticipates that you will disregard the strength of your speech, neglect the energy of your dwelling, and permit confusion to rule. But now you are aware of the secret. You know that every action, no matter how insignificant it seems, is a creative endeavor. Consecrating your house, eliminating toxic language, listening to music that uplifts the soul, surrounding yourself with the cleanliness of the natural world. Each of these movements is a brick in the construction of your spiritual stronghold. It is a vow of resistance against the energies seeking to undermine you. Your house is not just a structure, it is your sacred domain, and it is your absolute obligation to safeguard it. It is the location where your spirit rests and replenishes. By implementing these practices, you are not merely soliciting defense. You are elevating your own vibrational rate. You are evolving into the personification of light. Spirits of light do not just arrive to visit you, they come to reside with you. Because your home has transformed into a refuge that vibrates at the same frequency as paradise, the call for radical change is not for tomorrow. It is for this moment. Transformation will not originate externally, nor from an intricate ritual. It begins at the precise second you decide to take action. The initial move is the most challenging, yet also the most impactful. Getting up to consecrate your house, prohibiting the first word of negativity that tries to emerge, putting on a tune that feeds your spirit. These are the actions that distinguish those who reside in the dark from those who become beacons of optimism. Your pledge of commitment, "My house is sacred," is not just a simple sentence, it is a sacred vow. It is the beginning of a process that will revolutionize not only your existence but that of everyone around you. You are joining a fellowship of minds that declines to submit to the shadows, that selects to fight for a brighter planet, one residence at a time. Don't halt here. This is the foundation. Continue pursuing knowledge, continue elevating your energy. Activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our forthcoming insights. The struggle for your personal light is just getting underway, and we will be here to guide your every stride. May your house become a bastion of peace, a sanctuary of love, and a refuge for all divine beings. May your life be eternally protected, and may your radiance shine across the entire world. Until next time, and may you always remain in the light.